they feel like they're stuck. They feel like they're just going to work every day. Is this all there's going to be for me for the rest of my life? Negative voice, limiting thoughts. What's the meaning of life to you? Just get real.
Move on and progress.
Self-awareness, be mindful.
Don't overcomplicate life.
Achieve anything you want.
Hey, Fiona.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, we wanted to share with you something that came up for us. It has over the years, definitely, but certainly came up for us with a bit of a kapow on Boxing Day this year. And it was a real awakening of what are we going to do with the year ahead. We were sitting down talking about our vision and our plan, and we really talked about we have been living our life by design intentionally for a while, but we wanted to reset it and look at how we could rewire, not retire, rewire. We're both the same age. We're both 55. We wanted to be able to have some fun and create a life around fun, family and friends. Was that, fair call, Fee?
And probably giving back as well. So we're both, we both just didn't want to retire, and we both felt like we've got such an amazing skill set and we've done so many great things in our life. We still really want to help and support other people to become their best self. So we wanted to work and use our skills, but we want to do it the way we want to do it, where we want to do it from, and with who we want to do it with. And so I think they're the things that we all brought together, sitting around having a little whiny over Christmas. And it's sort of, it's fun.
We're doing it. So this video has been taken in my caravan. We're traveling around, Murdoch and I, with our little puppy around Australia. We're 3-month holiday, and we're rewiring, looking at what we want to do, really resetting. I'm working as I go, doing this video calls, having some fun, and that's what it's about. Fiona and her partner, they go through life doing exactly the same thing, looking at what they want to put the fun stuff in first with the family, and then the friends, and then they pack in some work around it to sort of make it all happen. That's work, but with purpose.
Yeah.
So we're going to share a few things, and we've got to keep it simple and to keep it snappy. We thought we'd do 6 in 10 minutes, so that you know that if you wanted to listen to this on the way to work or while you're walking in the morning, it's not going to go on and on. So 10 minutes of your time, and we'll share our 6 tips. And I wanted to share this image as well. This is for us a bit of fun. Some of the fun things, we've traveled globally together, the 4 of us, us and our partners, and we've with other friends as well joining us. We've traveled around Australia and up the East Coast and West Coast, and we've had a lot of fun. So this was a recent picture of Fiona and I working over in Melbourne, flying back, celebrating with a glass of champagne for a job well done. It's always good to recognise and reward. And travelling and just hanging out on the beach side of our beautiful Ningaloo coast as well. So as we go through our tips, I wanted to just touch on some of the things that sort of for us keep us motivated and juiced up. So for me, it's really envisaging that perfect 10 lifestyle. What is it? Start with perfect, because everything else, some things go wrong in life, but if you don't start with a 10 out of 10 of what you want and to really set it up. And for me, I'm not a super visual person. Some people are, I'm not. So I use magazines and images on the computer or Google search, and then I create a vision, and I really focus on having a vision board every year, and I set a new one up. And it's interesting when I go back to look at my last year's before I start my refresh, how much of the things that I'd forgotten I'd put on there but have all been done. So it's such a rewarding thing, and so acknowledging and it's a time to be grateful for what I've done, but also really getting excited about what's going forward. And that's what we did on Boxing Day. So, and here we are as a result of it. So it's just so awesome.
Yeah. So the second one I would suggest is doing a self-assessment. So very often I have clients who, they feel like they're stuck. They feel like they're just going to work every day. Their life is an existence. And, they just wonder, is this all there's going to be for me for the rest of my life? And look, that's not very inspiring, an inspiring way to get up every day. And what I want you to think about is, if you want to create something better for yourself, I want you to just get real, because, I'm very practical and I like to have a strategy, and self-awareness is the most important thing that you can do when you're starting to want different to what you've got. And I was just having this conversation last night with my daughter-in-law, and she has got disturbed because she has been in her job. She's been doing a great job. Everybody loves her, and she never even thought of change. She just was going to keep doing the same job. And it was only when I started saying to her, so what are your plans? What are you hoping to achieve? What have you got in front of you? And she never stopped to think about it. So self-assessment is so important. Like, think, what do you really want? And then once you know what you want, then you create a plan of how you're going to get there. So you know what you want, you know where you would love to be, and then it's just a matter of having a strategic plan and moving yourself in the direction of your goals. So every day taking action that's moving you in the direction of your goals. But you can achieve anything you want. So don't allow the little negative voice and that limiting thoughts that you will have, that maybe you're not smart enough or pretty enough, or you haven't got enough money, or you're single, or whatever the bullshit that you're telling yourself, cut it out. Just dream, self-assess, plan where you want to go, and put that plan in place.
Love it. That's so good, Fiona. And for me, it was around a little bit around that, but the importance of maintaining a healthy mindset, and healthy habits does that. So getting your morning ritual. We spoke on one of our earlier videos on this, making sure you get up, you set a routine for the day, and you get going. And I know Tony Robbins calls it his hour of power, but I called it my hour of empower, because it empowered me to be able to empower others. And I think that was really super important. And it also gave me a value around resiliency and the ability to be able to check in what did and didn't work yesterday, and to be able to, shake myself off and get up and pack up what didn't work and pick it up sometimes and look at it and be grateful for it, and work out a way to move on if I needed to from it with gratitude, and then move on and progress. And for me, that was a real resiliency kick in as well. So it's important, healthy mind, healthy body, and to give you the energy. You can't give anything if you don't have it. So you've got to have energy to be able to maintain an energetic lifestyle and be able to make a difference too.
Yeah, excellent. So mindfulness. Now, when I refer to mindfulness, I'm talking about controlling your mind, not allowing your mind to control you. So that's having the ability to turn off that little voice and not allow it to derail you and to be running your life, for you to turn off the voice of what other people think about you, or what they're saying, or what they, the weight that their opinions has on you, and you being shaped by everybody else's desires, rather than you being mindful about what you really want. So I want you to live in the present. I don't want you to live in the past. You need to move through your past, deal with it, heal from it, and put it away. We don't want to be dragging that around behind us, because it will hold you back and it will stop you being your best self. So that's easy enough to do when you know how to do it. So get on and be conscious and make a decision that you're not going to live in the past anymore. Then make a decision that you plan for the future, but you live in the present, because the present is what you have absolute control over. You have the ability to choose any minute of any day what you're going to do. And so when you're living in the present, you can adopt practices and put in place the things in your life that are going to move you forward. And all of those come from you controlling your mind and consciously choosing the things that are going to move you in the direction of your goals. So be mindful. Don't just allow, and think that everything else is going to work out and you don't have to do anything. You have to be an active participant in your life. You can't be sitting down the back of the bus. You have to be up the bus being the driver. So shake yourself off, put your captain's hat on, and think, what do I want? How am I going to achieve it? And let me live in the present and make it happen.
That's super awesome. I
That's
heard the
how
other
again,
day,
I'm sorry.
heard the other day, you know, that what you think is in your yin. So if you, the secret is not enough to just think it. You can't just think it. You've got to actually believe it, and you've got to actually believe it in your heart that it's going to happen, which is your yang. And it's only when your yin and your yang come together and connect that they birth the actual new belief. And that was something that really resonated for me, because it's really about the difference that it makes. You can read something and be an affirmation, and you can think it, but unless you really believe it, it's not something that's going to actually be born and birthed, and that you can really carry forward. My other one was to keep it simple. And it's really about, don't overcomplicate life, and don't overcomplicate situations and conversations and what other people are thinking. And so we've gone away in this caravan for 3 months, and we had a little plastic, like a 10-liter box that's what we could take for things that we could. And so it was really important going through what we would actually take. You know, nowadays so much is electronic, so I didn't need to take photos, I didn't need to take pictures, and I didn't need to take more than how many pairs of shoes. So I did. Murdoch's taken actually more pairs of shoes than me. So I think it's really important to look at what is really essential in life, and what is it that we clutter ourselves up with. And you know, I go into someone's house that's got a lot of stuff, and it's lots of dust collecting stuff in there too, and it's not a great vibe. It just feels quite oppressive, and it feels quite. So look around at your home, look around in your car, look around at what can be picked up and dusted off, what can be given to the Good Sammies or to some charity. What do you don't need? What do you not need in your life? And I think what's really super important there is like who's hanging around you, and what friends have you got as well that you that aren't serving you as well, and are real negative energy drainers, and to work on a way to work for you that's going to stretch you maybe back a bit, and give you some space there too. So I'm not telling you to dump all your old friends, because old friends can be like gold as well. So it's just a matter of knowing that what's not serving you, whether it's a thing, it's a person, it's whatever it is, that you're actually doing some decluttering on purpose.
And number 6 is creating a meaningful life. So, you know, the importance of finding meaning in your life, and with being able to live your life in integrity. So doing the things that you know in your heart and your head are aligned. So, you know, people get confused and they procrastinate and they get stuck, but very often it's because they're out of alignment. So, you know, creating a life that is meaningful to you is, you know, living your life that fulfills everything that you want, and not getting taken away with what society tells you or other people tell you is important. You know, living a life that is just for purpose for you, gets you to the place that you want to be, where you actually wake up in the morning and you feel good about yourself, and you feel good about everyone you've got around you and the things that you're doing. And, you know, that's where, when you're in that alignment or you're in flow, you just know that, you know, life's working for you, it's not working against you, and that you can handle whatever life throws at you. You know, you are living your life by choice, and you're living your life according to your own terms. And I think, you know, what's the meaning of life to you? You know, think about it. What's your aim when you get to the grave, or you get to on your deathbed? You know, do you want to live a life that was full and was fun, and you took risk, and you took the chances, and you fitted as much in as you could possibly achieve? Or do you want to play it safe and not take any chances, and not, you know, do the things that you might be too fearful of? So, you know, just have a look at, choose what it is you want, face your fears, get out of your own way, and then just move forward and make it happen, and live a life of integrity, and where you feel good about yourself and everything that you're doing. You can make it happen. You know, you don't have to be rich. You don't have to have a certain education level. I've helped ladies who were, you know, just in menial jobs. They've been able to retire and travel because they just thought outside the square. and they looked at what they had, what they wanted, and how do they get to achieve the life that they want. And it's amazing what you can do.
Very awesome. And as part of this, we've created 5 days to hang out with us in Bali, right? Because we had so many people say, well, we want to know more. Well, we'd love to just hang out by the pool with you or with a cocktail. Or so we've decided that one of the things that we were going to do this year was to create a series of retreats, and our next one's in Bali. Couldn't be an even better place. It's so amazing there, and it's got such a spiritual feel to it as well. It's so peaceful and calming. So we've organised a 5-day retreat, and there's more information below on the link, but certainly this is what the retreat is going to look like. I'll just quickly share my page, and you can have a quick look. If you're listening to this, you can click on the link below afterwards, but it's going to go straight to here. And that is the actual house we've got the retreat in. It's in Uluwatu, overlooking the beautiful ocean. It's got a private beach, a private chef.
So you don't have to cook or clean or anything.
And we've got we've got by that pool that you're looking at there, yoga every morning, of course, and beautiful fruits and beautiful local produce and beautiful healthy food, but certainly a few wines and cocktails at the end of the day, because we deserve it if you'd like, or mocktails if you'd prefer them as well. So we're catering for everybody.
And this isn't just a retreat that you're going to just do yoga or just do health or just do fitness. This really is a retreat where we're going to, help you work out what it is that you want. What are the things that are holding you back? It's more of a retreat to work on creating the life that you truly want to live. And so we're going to have some amazing workshops. We're going to have lots of fun things to do. And you're going to surround yourself with a group of intelligent, inspired, interesting ladies, like the ladies that we've already got booked in. I can't wait to hang with them. I know that we're going to have great fun. And I always believe, people come together in these sort of things. They come as strangers and they leave as sisters. And I think that's the thing that I love doing about the retreats the most. I love just bringing people together who don't know each other, and yet we can listen and we can learn from each other, and we can see how people have progressed through their life and the things, learn from their mistakes and learn from their stories. And I just think it's so beautiful. So we would love to see you come and hang with us. We have great fun.
Absolutely. That sort of goes in first, doesn't it? All right. Hope to see you in Bali, and stay tuned for our next update. See ya.
Hey. Bye, everybody. I'm sorry Mr. Thurston was so naughty today.
He's so cute. He looks like he's in his right place.
He likes sitting on my lap. That's the problem.
Or not. Not for him. See ya.
See ya.